Most Toyota owners trust the dash, never knowing a secret diagnostic menu meant for factory technicians lies just a button sequence away. It shows a live battery voltage reading, GPS signal strength, and error codes that dealers charge to check, all hidden inside Toyota models from 2013 onward, and accessed in seconds. Miss it, and you could face a dead battery or a towing bill you never saw coming. But stay with me, because that is only the beginning. A single hidden safety setting in these menus could mean 40 extra feet to stop in an emergency. Do you actually know what your Toyota is hiding? Turn the key to on, but leave the engine off. Wait for the radio warning screen to clear. Press and hold the audio button with one hand. While holding it, flick your headlights on and off 3 times, fast. The screen flashes, and suddenly you are looking at the Entune service menu, a hidden interface designed for Toyota technicians, not owners. This is not an internet rumor. It is confirmed by Toyota's own service literature, and it works on nearly every RAV4, Camry, Corolla, Tacoma, Highlander, 4Runner, Sienna, Tundra, and even Lexus models with the Entune system from 2013 through 2024. Here is what you see. Real-time battery voltage, measured straight from the car's electrical system. Numbers jump between 12.2 and 14.5 volts, depending on whether the engine is off or running. If you spot a reading below 12.4 volts with the engine off, your battery is on borrowed time. That is the difference between catching a weak battery at home and getting stranded in a parking lot with a car that will not turn over. Dealerships use this exact screen to check battery health, often before you even know there is a problem. The menu does not stop at voltage. A GPS signal strength page shows exactly how many satellites your car sees and how strong the signal is. If you have ever had the navigation lose its way, this is where a technician checks for antenna or sensor issues. There is also a touchscreen calibration tool, a speaker test that cycles sound through each corner of the car, and a list of stored error codes, sometimes the same codes that trigger a diagnostic fee at the dealer. Every item here is live data, pulled straight from the car's network. You cannot change settings or break anything by looking, but you can spot trouble before it becomes expensive. This is the same digital backdoor technicians use to troubleshoot electrical bugs, clock issues, or audio gremlins. To exit, just turn the ignition fully off. The menu disappears, leaving no trace. If you are wondering why Toyota never mentioned this at delivery, you are not alone. Most owners never see these screens, but the ones who do have a serious edge. The deeper you go, the more you realize these hidden menus are not just for curiosity. They are the difference between waiting for a tow and fixing a problem before it starts. You are standing in a parking lot, arms full of groceries, and your Toyota refuses to start. The culprit is a dead key fob battery. Most people panic and reach for their phone to call a tow truck or a locksmith. But Toyota built a backup plan into nearly every push-button start model from 2010 onward, and it takes less than a minute to use. Here is how it works. Every smart key fob contains not just a battery-powered transmitter for locking and unlocking, but also a passive RFID chip, one that does not need any battery at all. The car's start button has a hidden antenna designed to read that chip at close range. When the fob battery is dead, the system cannot pick up the normal signal, but it is ready for this exact scenario. Slide into the driver's seat with your fob in hand. Make sure the car is in park and press the brake pedal. Then take the fob and press the Toyota logo side flat against the start button. Hold it there for a moment. You will usually hear a beep or see a message clear on the dash. Within about 10 seconds, while still pressing the brake, press the start button again. The engine fires up like nothing ever happened, even though the fob's battery is completely flat. This is not a trick or a hack. It is documented in Toyota and Lexus owners' manuals for smart key push-button models across the lineup. Camry, RAV4, Corolla, Highlander, Tacoma, Sienna, Tundra, and many Lexus vehicles from the last decade. The method is the same. Logo side to the button, foot on the brake, press to start. No special tools, no extra keys, no waiting for roadside assistance. Owners rarely hear about this during delivery, and it is easy to forget until the day the fob fails. Practicing once at home before you need it means you will never be stranded by a dead battery. The backup start is a quiet safety net built into your car, ready to save you from the stress, the delay, and a $100 tow bill. Next time the fob battery dies, you are not stuck. You are already prepared. Automatic climate control in a Toyota does more than set the temperature. Hidden inside is a self-diagnostic mode that can reveal exactly why your air conditioning or heat is not working, without ever plugging in a scan tool or paying a dealer. The process takes less than 2 minutes and works on models like RAV4 Limited, Camry, Highlander, 4Runner, Sienna, Sequoia, and Tundra, with automatic climate control, going back as far as 2006. Start with the ignition completely off. Press and hold both the auto button and the recirculation button at the same time. While holding them, turn the ignition to on. Instantly, every indicator on the climate panel flashes 4 times, in 1-second intervals. That is the system running a sensor check on its own. No technician required. Next, press the recirculation button again. Now you are in actuator test mode. The system cycles through 9 separate tests, moving blend doors and vent motors behind the dash. You can actually hear the dampers shifting from hot to cold, floor to defrost, left to right. Each step is automatic and takes just a few seconds. If the system detects a problem, it does not just blink a warning light. It displays a specific error code on the temperature display. Code 11 points to a faulty interior temperature sensor. Code 21 means the solar sensor is not reading. Totally normal at night, but worth checking on a sunny day. Code 31 signals an air mix door position sensor issue, while Code 41 means the servo motor circuit has a fault. These numbers match Toyota service manuals, so a technician sees the same codes you do. Dealerships routinely charge $200 to $800 just to diagnose blend door or vent motor problems. Running this test yourself before your next service visit means you walk in knowing exactly which part is faulty. That is real money saved and hours of guesswork avoided. In less than 2 minutes, you have done what most owners never will. Use the same tools as a master technician, right from your own driveway. Picture this. It's a blazing summer day. Your car has been sitting in the sun, and the cabin feels like an oven. Most Toyota owners do not realize their smart key can do more than just lock and unlock. On models from 2016 onward, including RAV4, Camry, Corolla, Highlander, 4Runner, and Tacoma, there is a feature waiting to be unlocked that turns your key fob into a remote comfort tool. Press the unlock button once, then immediately press and hold it again. If the feature is enabled, all 4 windows glide down together, flooding the cabin with fresh air before you even open the door. Release the button at any point to stop the windows exactly where you want them. But here is the catch. Toyota ships this option turned off by default. It is not a hardware limitation. Your car is already wired for it. The setting is buried in the vehicle software and is accessible to technicians with dealer equipment or, for the DIY crowd, with a Carista OBD2 adapter. Carista costs about $30 and plugs into the port under your dash. With the app, you scroll through customization menus, toggle the remote window operation setting on, and the change is instant. Some dealerships will enable it for free during a routine service if you ask. But many owners never know to request it. Once activated, the feature is not just a party trick. It is practical. On a hot day, venting your car from across a parking lot makes a real difference. If you have a sunroof, it opens too, letting hot air escape even faster. No more climbing into a stifling interior or waiting for the air conditioning to catch up. And if you forget to close the windows, the fob can roll them back up just as easily, on some models by holding the lock button. This is not an aftermarket hack or a risky modification. It is a convenience Toyota built in, locked away behind software, and left for owners to discover on their own. With a few clicks or a quick chat at your next service, you can unlock a feature that feels like it should have been there all along. It is small, but once you have used it, you will wonder how you ever lived without it. Ever tried to move your Toyota when the battery's dead and the shifter won't budge from park? There is a solution built in, but almost nobody hears about it until they are stranded. Every automatic Toyota, from Camry to RAV4, Tacoma to 4Runner, hides a mechanical shift lock override right beside the gear lever. Look for a tiny square plastic cap at the front left corner of the shifter base. It might be labeled, or it might blend in so well you would never notice. Pop it up with your car key or a flat screwdriver. Underneath is a slot. Insert your key or a small tool, press down, and while holding it, move the shifter out of park. That is it. Now you can push your car out of the garage, roll it onto a tow truck, or just get it out of a tight spot. No power required, no expensive tow, no waiting for roadside assistance. It is a trick every tow operator knows, but owners almost never do. Toyota's design team did not stop with mechanical rescues. They have tucked away clever storage solutions in places you would never expect. Inside every fifth-generation 4Runner glove box, there is a hidden compartment most owners miss for years. Open the glove box, reach for the tab at the top of the back wall, and pull. The entire panel swings open, revealing a secret cavity behind the main box, perfect for stashing registration, spare cash, or anything you want out of sight. RAV4 owners with 2019 or newer models get a bonus under the cargo floor. Lift the rear panel and you will find a molded tray designed to hold the retractable cargo cover when it is not in use. No more wrestling with a loose cover in the back seat. The floor panel itself flips between carpet and hard plastic, ready for muddy boots or garden supplies. On the latest Tacoma, there is a dash side panel you can pop off with your hand, revealing a cubby made for Toyota's LED lantern or multi-tool, but just as handy for keeping a spare charger or emergency cash. These are not just afterthoughts, they are intentional features, quietly waiting for the owners who know where to look. For every moment when you need to move your car or stash something important, Toyota's secret touches are right there, ready to make life easier. Automatic high beams are built into Toyota Safety Sense, but almost nobody realizes they are off by default. You get the hardware, the camera behind the rearview mirror, and the software to scan for headlights. But unless you activate it, your high beams will never switch themselves. This is not a feature that comes alive on its own. You have to turn it on once, and then it remembers forever. Here is how to do it. Set your headlight stalk to auto. Push the turn signal lever forward, just like you would for normal high beams. Now look for the AHB button on your dashboard. Sometimes it is near your left knee, sometimes it is on the lower dash. Press it, and watch for a green headlight icon with an A to light up in your instrument cluster. That is the sign it is working. From now on, above 21 miles per hour, the system will scan the road ahead. It detects oncoming headlights and taillights, dipping to low beams automatically, then bringing high beams back when the road clears. There is no need to press the button again after the first time. The system stays on, even after you restart the car. Every night drive, every dark back road, the car is scanning for traffic and adjusting your lights for maximum visibility without you lifting a finger. Most owners drive for years with this feature sitting dormant, never realizing their car could have made night driving easier and safer. A 5-second activation, and you will never have to worry about blinding oncoming drivers or forgetting to switch beams again. It is a quiet upgrade, always ready, hiding in plain sight. Power liftgates on RAV4, Highlander, Venza, and Sienna models from 2014 onward come with a feature that solves a problem most owners never think about until it is too late. If your garage ceiling is low, or you just want the lift gate to stop short, you can program a custom opening height in less than a minute. Open the lift gate manually to the spot you want, maybe just below the rafters. Then press and hold the inside close button for 3 seconds. You will hear 4 beeps. That is it. From now on, the liftgate remembers your setting every time, no matter who is driving or how many times you open it. No more dents, no more broken glass, no more ducking under a gate that opens too high. Now, let us talk about the maintenance required light. Every Toyota flashes this reminder at regular intervals, usually every 5,000 miles, prompting many owners to pay a shop just to turn it off. Quick lube shops and dealers often bundle this reset with oil changes. But if you ask for it as a standalone service, you will see a charge anywhere from $25 to $50. That is for a task you can do yourself in less than 30 seconds. On key turn models, turn the ignition to on. Press the trip meter until trip A displays. Turn the ignition off, hold the reset button, then turn the ignition back to on. Watch as the dashes count down to 0. On push button, start models from 2016 and newer. Press the start button twice without the brake. Go to the gear icon in the display, select scheduled maintenance, and confirm OK. The light disappears. No tools, no appointments, no bill. Over the life of your car, skipping this one small fee at every oil change adds up to hundreds of dollars kept in your own pocket, not handed over for a 2-second button press. A split second is all it takes. Toyota's pre-collision system, bundled with Safety Sense 2.0 and newer, lets you choose how soon the car warns you about a possible crash. Most owners never touch this setting. They leave it on medium, the default, never realizing what's at stake. But inside the settings menu, buried under layers of icons and options, there is a choice that could change the outcome of a close call. Start with the steering wheel controls. With the ignition on, use the arrows to scroll through the instrument cluster until you find the pre-collision system icon. Press and hold OK for 1.5 seconds. A menu appears, warning timing. 3 options: early, medium, late. It is not just a preference, it is physics in action. Early means the system beeps and flashes the warning sooner, giving you more time to react. Toyota does not publish the exact difference, but even half a second matters. At highway speeds, that is about 40 feet, roughly the length of a school bus, between you and whatever is ahead. A safety analyst breaks it down like this. At 60 miles an hour, a car covers 88 feet every second. Add just half a second of reaction time, and you gain 44 feet before you even touch the brakes. That extra space can be the difference between stopping in time and hitting the car in front of you. The automatic emergency braking system itself does not change, only the moment you are warned. Earlier alerts mean you are more likely to brake yourself, instead of relying on the car to do it for you. There is no dollar value for what is at risk here. It is not about saving money. It is about the moment you need every foot you can get. Go into your settings and switch the pre-collision system to early. It takes 15 seconds. You may never notice the difference until you do. And in that instant, those 40 feet might be everything. Right now, 1 million Toyotas sit parked with untapped tools that could save money, prevent breakdowns, or add a crucial margin of safety, often just a menu away. As cars grow more complex, knowing what your vehicle can do isn't just a bonus, it's responsibility. The features are there. The question is, will you use them before you need them? Share your experience in the comments below.